Yeah, that's great. That's good. Um, so you were talking about this light and sound and course that you took at this check. Can you
Okay,
explain a
so
little more
yes,
on that? That sounds really interesting.
I'm glad you asked that because just, it sounds like I have to clarify. I apologize if I didn't explain that properly. It's not part of the Czech Institute yet, but what it is it's this new science that actually came out of Egypt. Well, it's actually not new, but it's new because a lot of people don't know about it, but it's been around for decades. It's called biogeometry. And look it up. It's been mind blowing. I did their online course, the foundational course. It's very intensive science. I mean, it goes into quantum physics
Love science.
and sacred geometry and yeah, architecture, sound, light, cinematics. It's mind blowing. It's very intense. I'm now going to do the advanced level because I'm so interested. But of course, this is my profession, is health and wellness and all that. But the Czech Institute is also so gangbusters about it that they're going to incorporate it as part of their training somehow. So it's not a Czech product, but they're somehow going to expand and envelope the practitioners that are trained through the Czech system. They're going to encourage them to get this certification education as well, because it's such a beautiful complement and adjunct to diet, nutrition, lifestyle, exercise. It's such a beautiful, natural expansion of that they're going to encourage that.
And so what is it exactly? So somebody comes to, so you're a practitioner, you've done one of the courses. So I come to see you and what happens?
Okay,
How do
so
you,
it's basically, they're not, to be trained as an actual practitioner is a much higher level. What it is it's balancing, it's harmonizing energy. Okay, so as you know, most of the energy, everything is energy, right? Which is hard for people to wrap their brain around because, my head, I touch it, it's hard, right? It's matter. So, but how do we explain love? Like, love is an energy, but we can't touch it. It's not tangible. So it's can be hard for people. And even like chi, life force, it's an energy, but it's the same energy. It's just as legitimate as that chair you're sitting on, right? But one sense of energy is vibrating at a denser rate, so it's more matter than the other chi, love, life force energy. Okay, so what biogeometry does is it helps to harmonize all the energy in your environment that you most likely you can't even see is affecting you. And that's done through shape, colors, sound, all these different things. And they've developed a whole system to do that. I'm probably not going to be the best person to explain it. Obviously, it's a little esoteric for me. I mean, I'm virtually pretty green on this myself, but I can give you a quick example. So everybody's aware of electromagnetic radiation from our computers, our cell phones, right? So non-native EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies. So it just because you can't see that right now with people listening on their phone or on their the headset, or they're at YouTube on their computer, just because you can't see doesn't mean you're not being bombarded by electrical rays right now, which are affecting every cell in your body. But nevertheless, they're very real. So these invisible rays it can affect you adversely, and they do. They're causing all kinds of emotional, mental disturbances in people. People aren't able to sleep. People are getting dehydrated. It's really ruining people's health. The blue light from the screens are really disrupting our pineal gland, which is, such a master gland in the body for so many functions. So biogeometry helps to regulate the environment so all these forces aren't basically bombarding you and screwing up your mind body and making you unhealthy or sick or overweight or whatever it may be. It's an amazing science. It really is. But it takes a lot of study because it's quite complicated.
and so for somebody who is so when you go to have this, you're learning, it's like you're going in and you're learning about it. You don't go and be treated
Well, you could be, if you hire a practitioner, yes, they could come in your home and balance your home. So your home might be on fault lines, or you might have excessive magnetic radiation coming in through your house, through your router, so you can't sleep. And they can come in and balance your home. They've developed different signatures and different things that you can put in your home that balances the home. And they work. I mean, they're unbelievable. I mean, you can't argue with results. I mean, like, you see the before and after and you're like, wow, it's like a different place. But to answer your question, people can start even just with the books. They have books. If you look up biogeometry, I'm hoping to even have them on my podcast one day if I can get them. They're just in such demand because they're working in schools and governments, and they're really going strong. But people can start with just the book, or even go to their website and download some of the free articles, biogeometry.com, I believe, and just hit English because they're based in Cairo, Egypt. And start with that. And if that piques your interest, I would then think about jumping into the online course, which they offer several times a year, and just see where it takes you. But even buying the book or downloading the articles is going to have you that much ahead of everybody else.